Hi there, Neil here from Butterflies to Eagles. Today I want to give you a little story that has a message. It's a fun story. A young couple, a friend of mine, Harry and Sally, every year they go south from Canada to escape the Canadian winters. And they like to suntan and hang out at the swimming pool, catch some sun's rays. So last year they went, and wouldn't you know it, the swimming pool was under construction and closed. So they didn't know what to do. They phoned around other hotels and they couldn't. All of the other hotels were booked solid. There was no vacancy there. So they decided that they would make the best of it. Sally went up on the rooftop just exploring. And she looked around and she said, "Wow, this is great. Nobody can see us up here." She went and got Harry, and the two of them went up onto the rooftop, and they decided that's a perfect place to suntan. They found a nice smooth place, and because no one could see them, they got excited. They said, "This is even better than the pool," so they completely disrobed. There they were, laying there, basking in the sun, enjoying their holiday, thinking of all of us in the north, putting up with the snow, and they were down there enjoying the sun. And while they were laying there, all of a sudden the manager of the hotel came running out and said, "What are you guys doing?" Well, they grabbed towels and they covered themselves up real quick. And they explained that they were Canadians and they were escaping the snow and they come down to catch some sun. And the manager of the hotel says, "Well, you should have done a little bit more research because you're laying face down on the conference room skylight." So the message of the story is we have to be aware of what we're on top of. And right now there's a huge awakening taking place on the planet. It's an awakening shift, and the shift really began on December 21st, 2012, at the end of the Mayan calendar. And our solar system entered a new belt in the universe, and the vibrations are different. And as Tesla said, when you think of everything, you think of energy, vibration, and frequency. Everything is nothing more than energy in a state of vibration, and the vibrations are at a different frequency. We go into it quite a bit deeper in the Free Your Passion workshop, and I use the radio station analogy to give you some help in changing your frequency. But there's one other tool that I use in the Free Your Passion workshop. Take a look at this diagram. Notice there are two interlaced triangles, the Star of David. With my metaphysical studies, I understand that it's not just a diagram of two triangles together. It actually has a metaphysical or a mystical reason. It actually has a message. And if you look, you'll see the top of the red triangle, there's source energy. The bottom of the red triangle is atoms. The right of the red triangle is electrons. So that is the material or objective plane in the 3D world. That's where Source brings together electrons and atoms and creates matter, physical matter. The psychic or spiritual plane is actually beyond the 3D reality, and that is where Source created our higher self, and we're connected, we're part of Source energy. So our soul, personality, and Source are connected above the veil of forgetfulness that we can't see. But they bring that down, we have our ego, and all of that comes down and joins into our physical body, which gives us the human form. And the Star of David, that's really what it is. It's a diagram explaining how mankind is put together. We have the spiritual side for Source, and we have the physical side, which is the matter. I go into it a whole lot deeper in the Free Your Passion workshop. I give you a guided meditation that will introduce you to your higher self. And you start to connect the dots. And then in the breaking out of your cocoon, that higher self or the soul personality, we move that down and work alongside of in fact, ahead of the ego. And so really what we're doing in breaking out of our cocoon, we're combining those 3 points, but since we bring the higher self and the soul personality down into the physical realm, what takes that place is our guides, angels, and those other people or other entities that are there helping us and assisting us with our awakening. Well, that gives you a little bit of a funny story and a little bit of a diagram to show you what really takes place in the Free Your Passion workshop. My guided meditation will walk you through a whole bunch of other steps, and as I mentioned, we use the radio station and some other tools to help you with the awakening process. So, I look forward to you attending one of my Free Your Passion workshops, and I wish for you a very happy and joy-filled awakening.